Namadhu Rasulli ala Rasulil Kareem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, today's topic is a bit different from previous one because we got to discuss the problem after the creation of Pakistan. वो तो जो पहले हमने पढ़ा देखा वो मुख्तलिफ causes थी मतलब कि उनकी वजह से करें. अब we are entering it now. When Pakistan came into existence, now I'm talking about 1947. 47 के बाद देखना ये है कि कौन कौन से प्रॉब्लम पाकिस्तान को फेस करने पड़े. तो प्रॉब्लम देयर आर मल्टीफेरियस, मुख्तलिफ किस्म के थे. Few of them I must discuss with you. The topic regarding this early problem after the creation of Pakistan. यानी इब्तदाई तौर पे पाकिस्तान जब पाकिस्तान बन गया तो पाकिस्तान को क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम रहा है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मेजर प्रॉब्लम यानी बड़े बड़े कौन कौन से थे. पाकिस्तान had to confront multi problems immediately after its inception. It had to face not only routine problem in economic and social affairs, rather certain problem posed constant threat to its security. Since partition plan was not acceptable to the Congress, the Hindu community had to reconcile with new realities. India created thorny problem, very bade mushkil jalajun, for the newly created part politically. It was regarding the population of on large scale had also given rise a new social economic problem not easy to tackle. Some of these are explained below. ये तो जल्दी है मैंने आपको दिया ना. Now, when I talk about that, multifarious, यानी गुनाहों किस्म के, मुख्तलिफ किस्म के. So, the first problem which I have to discuss it, that is threat to security. यानी सबसे बड़ा आजकल भी है. There is always threat to the security. As India was deadly opposed the creation of Pakistan. वो पहले दिन थी इंडिया कभी नहीं चाहता था कि पाकिस्तान को मर्ज वजूद में आए. It indulged in intrigues against its existence immediately after its inception. Through direct aggression, it annexed the disputed territories of Junagadh. Junagadh was the name of the state, and Hyderabad, Deccan. ये दो रियासतों का जो जिक्र पाया गया है इसमें प्रॉब्लम कब स्टार्ट हुआ. Whereas the rulers of both these royal states did not want merger in India and wanted to remain independent. यानी ये दो रास्तें इंडिया के साथ नहीं रहना चाहती थी बल्कि चाहते थे कि हमें इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेटस दिया जाए, अलग से हमारी हकमियत जो है वो बनाई जाए. It is to be noted that the royal state were given the choice to decide about their political future, the ruler of both the states were Muslim. इन इत्तेफाक की बात है इन हैदराबाद दक्कन और जो नेक्स्ट पहली रियासत थी जूनागढ़ इनके जो हाकिम आला थे वो मुसलमान ही थे. While majority of the population consisted of Hindus, हुक्मरान तो हुए लेकिन जो लोग मेजॉरिटी में थे they were Hindus. India violated the basic code of international law and morality and used brutal force to annex the territories of both these states. क्योंकि इंडिया के इस चीज़ के खिलाफ था कि ये मुसलमानों का अलग से अलग क्या विदिन ए कंट्री एक कंट्री बने तो वो नापसंद किया. उसके लिए उसने अपनी फोर्स को भी इस्तेमाल किया. As far as Kashmir, ये दूसरी तरफ आता हूँ मैं. It was Muslim majority state, while its ruler was a non-Muslim. In collaboration with the Indian government, he conspired to include the territory into India. But this couldn't be threatened by the Muslim of Kashmir. They waged struggle to liberate Kashmir with the support of Mujahideen from tribal areas of Pakistan. On realizing its weak position, India took this matter for the consideration to United Nations Security Council and succeeded in maneuvering ceasefire. The Security Council decided to settle the Kashmir issue through plebiscite by the people of Kashmir whose verdict was to be final. In the meantime, India threatened the territorial integrity of Pakistan by posting huge armies on the borders in addition to Kashmir problem. Many other disputes had also been resolved between India and Pakistan, keeping in view the importance of Kashmir dispute. A brief discussion has been given below. उसकी ज़रा तफसील जो है वो मैं आपको बतला देता हूँ. Kashmir dispute. Kashmir issue remained the real bone of contention between the two countries. Raja Hari Singh was the ruler, while majority of population of Kashmir was Muslim. It is worth remembering that the Radcliffe Award, Muslim majority district of Gurdaspur, was given to India with intention so as to provide India an easy access to Kashmir. The ruler of Kashmir made the agreement which reapproached with India tactfully had provided it an opportunity to dispatch its troops to the valley. But the people of Kashmir revolted against the regime. Pakistan took it as a moral obligation to support the Kashmir in their just as a jihad in support of Kashmiris against the autocratic rule of Dogra ruler, जिसे डोगरा राज भी कहते हैं, had the Indian army. ये जो डोगरा है ना, just giving you ये एक बड़ी strong आर्मी है जो कि इंडिया से इसका तल्लुक नहीं है, एक उनका हमसाया कंट्री है, उससे है, तो ये इंडिया ने अपनी फौज में इनको भर्ती किया था. They made swift advances on the war front, driving India to make an appeal to the United Nations. The UN Security Council held its session to consider the request of India and passed a resolution calling for immediate ceasefire. Truce was arranged through the effort of Kashmir Commission of United Nations. On January 1st, 1949, the Security Council passed a resolution unanimously asking both the parties to cease fire and holding of its plebiscite to elicit the opinion of Kashmiris on the issue, and their verdict was to be final. After ceasefire, India kept on creating hurdles on the way, putting the resolution as a whole in execution had ultimately succeeded in undermining the importance of this resolution. It is worth pointing it out that the United Nations deputed many commissions for the settlement of Kashmir dispute. Security Council later on emphasized in the various resolutions the need of execution of original resolution, but invariably these were voted by Soviet Union. Dispute the clear commitment through the original resolution of Security Council. Just a second here. Social problem. Now let's discuss the social problems. The settlement of the immigrants from India was a huge problem as they had reached in very miserable condition. The immediate problem was to provide them basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, and health facilities. The people coming from different region of India had divergent custom and lifestyle that created problem for the promotion of national integration. The old establishment social structure get setback and it got to replaced by new consolidated order. The social problem also created many administrative difficulties for the government. Now I am running toward three, that is economic problem. Sorry, the light is giving me problem. So I just going to anyway. The newly established polity was overburdened by huge problem of feeding the vast population with the limited resolution of disposal. It had to confront issues relating to the economic reconstruction and development. To provide opportunities of employment to the citizen and other means of earning livelihood was a problem that needed immediate consideration. Other economic problems related to industrial development, promotion of trade and commerce, opening of new bank, etc. Pakistan was assigned such area under the partition plan as it had no industry, which its agriculture sector was also backward. Before the creation of Pakistan, Hindu had a complete control over the trade and commerce, and their departure created a vacuum in the field. Commerce get a setback to to the extent like the entire price. Which was for the hike in the basic needs. Shortage of persons, Hindu A technical skill had a knowledge about deliberately failed in the industry and trade. The government put in the best effort with a strong commitment to overcome these difficulties and put the country on the road to economic development. Now I just give you a glimpse regarding the difficulties in irrigation department. आपकी इतना के लिए है कि पाकिस्तान का जो irrigation system है, it is one of the best system of the world. ये वो है जो कि एक समंदर या दरिया की फॉर्म से लेके आपके घर तक पानी पहुंचाता है. ये सिस्टम that is in Pakistan, ये आपके लिए बहुत बड़ी blessing है. So we have to face in this system as well. So the title is Difficulties in Irrigation. Indian government used all possible means to create thorny problems for the newly created state of Pakistan. The area including Pakistan was lacking in industrial development and were dependent mainly on irrigation. Yeah, rather you could say agriculture. With the view to managing its economically, Indian government suspended the supply of irrigation water from the canals, rivers falling from India. क्योंकि ये तमाम जितने भी हमारा ये दरियाई पानी है, it comes through India. It is to be noted that most of agricultural land of Sindh, Bahawalpur, ये जो मैंने अभी जिक्र किया ये एरिया थे ये जिनको शराब वगैरह करते थे ये in the West Punjab. There are canals, rivers, and distributaries. They were out there. Those hedgeways were in India. क्योंकि बुनियादी तौर पे इंडिया से ये पानी आता था and it was distributed in the area which I just mentioned the name of those cities. It used to be there. In clear deviation from the establishment canon of international law, India claimed the exclusive use of all water of these rivers and canals. The supply of water was, however, restored for the time being due to continuous effort of Pakistan government. This problem was resolved on permanent basis by virtue of Indus Basin Water Treaty. ये एक मुआहदा हुआ था इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के दरमियान में, ये उसका नाम था, जिसके जरिए इंडिया पाबंद था पाकिस्तान को पानी देने में। और वो इस जो पानी आ रहा है, इट इज कमिंग थ्रू रिवर्स, ना वो उनको रोक सकता है, ना वो उनके ऊपर किसी किस्म का को डैम बना सकता था। इट वॉज डिसाइडेड बाज़बान उर्दू सिंह तास मुआहदा, ये नाम उसको दिया गया था। आगे आ जाते हैं जी हम बी में, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एसेट्स। अब एसेट्स की तकसीम, जो रुपया पैसा चीज़ें मिली थी, उसको तकसीम भी तो करना था ना। पाकिस्तान तो पाकिस्तान में आ गए, इंडिया वालों के पास सारा कुछ था, बैंक उनके पास थे, चीज़ें उनके पास थी। सो वो बैठ के वो भी हल करना था कि भी जो ये है एसेट्स है, उसकी तकसीम कैसे की जाए। एट द टाइम ऑफ पार्टीशन of the subcontinent, the assets were to be distributed among both the countries under an agreed formula. एक फार्मूले के तहत इसकी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का आगाज किया गया। But the Indian government violated the terms of this formula and delivered asset to Pakistan for less than what was agreed to. मफहूम इसका ये है कि जो इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के दरमियान जो मुआहदा दिए तय पैसा, तो इतने पैसे आपको हैं या इतनी चीज़ें आपके हैं, इतनी हमें मिलेगी, लेकिन बदकिस्मती से इंडिया ने उसको पर अमल नहीं किया। जो पाकिस्तान को विच वाज एग्रीड दैट 25% मस्ट बी गिवन अकॉर्डिंग जैसी मुताबिक, लेकिन वो भी नहीं दिया गया, वो प्रॉमिस ही रह गया। Its reserve funds, similarly, Indian government compelled Pakistan to pay the share of foreign debts much largely than the amount it was supposed to pay. India employed the same technique. इसको समझाने के लिए ये है कि जो बैरूनी कर्जा जात थे वो देने थे ना, वो एग्रीड था कि देट वाज द फार्मूला, इस फार्मूले के साथ इंडिया इतना करेगा, पाकिस्तान इतना करेगा। तो इंडिया ने वो बोझ वही सारा पाकिस्तान के ऊपर डाल दिया और अपने आप को रिट्रीट कर दिया, पीछे हटा दिया। ये और वादों की खिलाफ वर्जी था, वो किया जा रहा था। नाउ आई एम कमिंग टुवर्ड कम्युनिकेशन एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन। ये सी में आता है। The means of communication and transportation in the area forming Pakistan were comparatively backward. India adopted it's very strange to say it, that this traditional policy of sabotaging Pakistan, ये उसने पॉलिसी बताई कि पाकिस्तान को sabotage किया जाए in the respect of distribution of railway assets, gave Pakistan the share of less than the quota. मतलब ये कि जो एग्रीड था, जो कोटा का था, इतना पाकिस्तान को गई दिया जब वो भी नहीं दिया गया। Thus the government had to face many problems in the process of reconstruction of railway system. Shortage of roads was felt badly, while the existing roads were the worst condition. Pakistan got only two seaports, Karachi and Chittagong. Chittagong, that is in East Pakistan, and Karachi, that was in West Pakistan. But both were backward as compared to Indian counterparts. जो इंडिया की जो थी वो much more better port थी when we compare these two. The communication channel are indispensable for the growth of an security and for the promotion of national integration and reconstruction. At the time of merging of Pakistan, it had only 3 radio stations. Hence, Pakistan had to put in a lot of hard work with a full commitment to start almost with clean state of the field. यानी पाकिस्तान के पास जो अपना रेडियो स्टेशन भी अपना नहीं था कि उसको लोगों को कन्वे कर सके. Now we are running towards the foreign trades. Number 4. अच्छा जी, ये है. The economic development of a country in the modern world is closely linked with its foreign trade resolution. The ratio of imports and export and the subcontinent balance was payment. Pakistan had to face hardships. पाकिस्तान को बहुत सारी मुश्किलात को फेस करना पड़ा. Indian traders had already established links with foreign markets before the partition of the subcontinent. Therefore, exploited these links. The government of Pakistan had to face hardship in respect of earning foreign exchange and account of weak industrial base within the country. अब आ गया ये जी नंबर 4 की तरफ. पॉलिटिकल प्रॉब्लम, सियासी तरफ आ जाए. The presence of constitution is indispensable for the modern statecraft. At the time of the creation of Pakistan, 1935 Act of India was adopted. Of course, with a minor adjustment as its interim constitution, since it would not fully meet the needs of an independent Islamic state. वो एक वक्ती तौर पे ऐसे बना दिया गया था जो ज़रूरियात को पूरा तो नहीं करता था ना, जैसे रन करने के लिए बना दिए जाते थे. तो ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वक्ती तौर पे बना दिया गया जो कि ज़रूरियात को पूरा नहीं करता था. the constitutional setup in line with the ideological needs and contemporary requirement. But the new constitution could not be prepared within due time, the reason which will explained otherwise. Again, Muslim League, which was the founder of Pakistan, was the only politically party after its creation, but including in its ranks even those opportunities eliminate it had joined the last days of Liberation League, its struggle when the emergency of Pakistan was inevitable. As a result, such divergent types of people had the vested interest got split into fiction and growth thereby. The democratic problem, political process, degraded practical political. The democratic political problem could not continue due to the intriguing role of certain political leaders and political activities. अब आ जाता है जी नंबर 5 की तरफ. It is administrative problem. सारे problem थे which we have discussed it very elaborately. Transmigration of large number of population added to the administrative problem. The immigration of non-Muslim administrative staff and head of the skilled labor adversely affected the working of government machinery. It is to be noted that certain departments were manned mostly by non-Muslims. To fill these gaps in administration was a problem for the time being, which had to be tackled. Similarly, certain departments I'm talking about a certain number 6, which, just a minute. Suffering from the acute shortage of person of technical skill, whereas the ratio of educated person, and that was a technical expert among the Muslim immigrants. Mujahideen was very low. Muhajirin जिसे आप कहते हैं, immigrants. The assignment of responsibility in non-technical and adversely affected the administrative output. The weak administrative infrastructure gave rise to ill practice as nepotism, bribery, and incompetence. That's all for now. Inshallah, Till next time, it was a bit long. It's not difficult if you understand it. Try to read it time and again, and you will get the answer of it. Anything if you find difficult for you, you could ask me several times. Thank you very much for the listening. Khuda Hafiz.